check it.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle Zamora, and this is Scent Talk from my closet, the fragrance closet. And on this channel, we focus on all things fragrance. If that is something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos. In this video, we are going to introduce the new topic. If it's your first time on the channel, I do like to focus on one perfume house or topic at a time so we can get a really good feel for what that house has to offer. I did a blind buy haul here for the Finery line here at Target. If you have been lucky enough to get a hold of these in the store to be able to sniff them, get a little a feel for them, then awesome. But I've heard they've been pretty elusive ever since they blew up on social media, different social media platforms. So I'm going to give you guys a brief history, and then I'm going to move into our wear test for today, which is Magnetic Candy, this one right here. And then I wore it a couple of different ways, so you guys will get the full details on how the fragrance wore, the body mist, and the eau de parfum. And then I have some layering combos here because this fragrance brand, this line is so much fun to play around with and so economical, affordable, all of that. It's just easy breezy fun. This is fragrance fun is what this is boiling down to. So who is Finery? When were they brought about? When I went on to check about the company's inception, that went ahead and happened in 2023. That's when Finery was launched. But I was like, okay, but is this all? Did they come up with this concept of Finery and that was it? Like, oh, let's go ahead and that's what we're going to open up with? Well, come to find out, they're actually a bigger brand behind this. This brand is called Mesa Blue Sky. And the way that I found them was through LinkedIn, I believe, where they were talking about the Finery launch and all of that. And I was like, okay, this Mesa Blue Sky seems to have the same kind of wording in their marketing, or their PR team is talking about how their incubation does it again. And that is their motto. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. What do they do? So Mesa Blue Sky is a company that actually designs and manufactures exclusive brands and private labels for mass, drug, and specialty retailers. So you're talking your CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, your drugstores, and your, I think I found a QVS little spot there. I'm not too sure. I know that I found just different lines that or drugstore affordable options is where they kind of go in there into these retailers, and they provide outstanding solutions to beauty brands. So I went in also, there is a timeline on their website for Mesa Blue Sky. There's a timeline, and their inception, or they were brought about in the year 1997. It was founded in Paris. So I was like, okay, we have it's a long-standing company. They have an interesting timeline. In 2007, it was their opening of their first U.S. subsidiary. In 2013, they had launch of Flower Beauty. So these are different independently owned brands that they bring about, that they incubate, and then to distribute to the masses is what I'm seeing that their company stands for. They had some launches here in 2017, 2019. They had another launch, and even in Dollar General and Together Beauty at Target. And then they had another launch in 2020, 2021, and then finally in 2021 they appointed another CEO, and in 2023 Finery was launched. So here we are caught up to speed with the fact that this is a brand, the Mesa Blue Sky. That is where Finery is linked under that Mesa Blue Sky umbrella. Okay, so I thought that was really interesting. I did find a little excerpt from the Chief Growth Officer at Mesa on LinkedIn, and his name is Scott Kestenbaum, I believe. Yeah, so what is Finery Fragrances? Now we're here. They are actually a line of luxury inspired perfumes, positioned to disrupt the category at mass with a coveted boutique fragrance experience inspired by some of the most beloved perfume icons in the industry. So essentially, they're inspired by, they're not direct clones of, and they don't even list who is the inspiration, which also makes it a little more fun, a little more scavenger hunt-ish when you're like, ooh, what does this smell like, and have I got my nose on something that is similar to this or that. So I have found that to be quite interesting and a lot of fun. Also, they talk about that. What else does finery stand for? They have a deep appreciation that everyone deserves to feel fine. Finery draws inspiration from highly coveted luxurious fragrances to create sensorial moments that lead to memorable fragrance stories. So that's the gist of it, you guys. That is who Finery is, or who it was brought about by, the company Mesa Blue Sky. Yeah, and they have this whole thing about incubation does it again. So basically, you know, would I call it hype up? I would call it introduce to the market is what they do. They hold on to it, the product, and then introduce it. So this is one of theirs. So here we go with Finery. That was that. I'll go ahead and put it in the description and in the comment section when we're actually going to start with the fragrance review, because not everybody's interested in checking out the history of companies or, fragrance houses. But I sure am. I sure like to know what types of fragrance houses are these. And this is a clean, vegan, and cruelty-free fragrance brand. Okay, so let's get into this. Magnetic Candy. Ooh, this has notes of cotton candy, pink pomelo, and sugared violet. That is all that it states that are the notes. So I was like, okay, do what you want with that. We got some citrus, we got some cotton candy, and we have a little bit of a violet air in there. Is this going to be sugary, flowery, or really heavy on the citrus? It turns out to be a little sugared citrus. That is what I'm getting. I'm getting a huge burst of citrus at the beginning, at the opening. Both the body mist and the eau de parfum smell very, very similar. I don't get much difference as far as the scent is concerned. And even the strength and the intensity of them smell extremely similar. The body mist went ahead and lasted on my clothes, surprisingly, a really, really long time. I would give it like 7-8 hours on clothes. I wore it side by side, and then the fragrance lasted a solid 10 plus hours. I mean, this was with me all day long. If I would have layered with something, I have some layering options here with the body mist and a perfume oil that I have here. I feel like I wouldn't have even needed to have purchased the eau de parfum because it went so well. So next, I did do a comparison between this and what I thought this smelled like, and to me this points my nose directly to Byredo Sun-Dazed. It's indescribable. It's undeniable how close it smells to this fragrance. I'm already out, but I do have an original sample here of Sun-Dazed by Byredo, and this was a 2 ml. Ooh, that I got from Scent Split. So unbelievably citrus. So what happens here with the original Sun-Dazed for me, in my own personal experience when wearing the fragrance, I get a huge burst of citrus, and then I get a very dry neroli scent. I am missing that dry neroli scent in the Magnetic Candy, which makes me, it lingers more in the sugared citrus, faster than it does than it does the original. So the original, it just kind of is a little drier in the heart of the wear. By the time that the original gets to the sugared cotton candy feel, it starts to kind of waver. So I would say maybe 6 hour total wear. and just a hint of that wonderful cotton candy scent that I get at the way end. So for this reason, I did seek out a couple of dupes, and I did thoroughly enjoy Andromeda's Moon's version. It was sweeter, longer, and it lasted an eternity. So if you've not heard of the fragrance house Andromeda's Moon, I do have a ton of reviews. If you want to check out the review, you know, Sundays by Byredo versus the Andromeda's Moon, I do have that up on the channel. And I have another Sundays by Byredo here by Oil Perfumery. Okay, so this one also gets to the cotton candy portion of the wear, and it does last a little bit longer, but it's still not as sweet as what I prefer, the Andromeda's Moon version. So this one, Magnetic Candy, was as sweet as the Andromeda's Moon version, and I would just completely enjoy wearing the body mist with the Andromeda's Moon Eau de Parfum. I think that would be amazing. I wouldn't have even needed to purchase the Eau de Parfum. So it smells so similar to this Byredo Sundays to me. There's no floral aspect. The violet that is in here, the sugared violet, it's just straight up sugared citrus is the way the whole thing is coming across. Now, what is pink pomelo? That is actually grapefruit. So I was like, oh, that's interesting, because Byredo Sundays, I don't believe has the pomelo, has a grapefruit. I think it has, I'll put it up here for you guys. I know that it has mandarin, I believe mandarin orange in there. It has a couple of citrus in the opening, citrus notes, but it does not have pomelo. So I was like, oh, okay, that's very interesting. Super similar though. Now, there's one other fragrance that has this same citrus with sugared, floral type scent, and that is Oriana by Perfumes de Marly. Now, is Magnetic Candy a dupe for this? I feel it is further away from Sundays than it is to Oriana, because Magnetic Candy is missing the whipped cream, the fluffy, the unmistakable orange blossom scent, first of all, that you get from Oriana, that points your nose towards the Love Don't Be Shy type category. If Love Don't Be Shy was citrus pronounced, then it would be Oriana, but it's not. That's why it's okay to have both Love Don't Be Shy and the Oriana in your collections. They're different enough. This one does have a fluffy marshmallow and that whipped cream note in it as well. Whew, this is a great fragrance. It does have the same citrus sugared feel that I'm getting from this, but it's definitely giving me more dupe. It's cloning Sundays by Byredo. It really is, right down to the cotton candy note. There's a cotton candy note in Oriana too, I believe. Yeah, but no, this has that unmistakable orange blossom that just leads it in another direction. Would it layer beautifully with this? Yes. I would not mind layering Oriana with Magnetic Candy. I felt like this was such an enjoyable wear. The strength of it, the enjoyment, the scent bubble, and then all the layering capabilities or possibilities. I was like, yes, I love this. So great. $12.99, $27.99. You just can't, if you can find it in stock, you just cannot, honestly, cannot beat it. You just can't. Beauty on a budget, let me tell you. I did also pick up the little sampler set, so we'll be doing these fragrances that I have up here, plus these as well this week. And now, if you're into layering fragrances, let me tell you what I'm so excited about. So we have here, we can do a combination of things with Magnetic Candy. Let's say you only have the mist and the eau de parfum, and you want some options for body care. If you want to throw in, if you have Byredo Sundays or any dupe of it, even in oil, or if you have Oriana, any of this would go. Any combination that you would like to throw together with any of these I'm going to talk about would just jive beautifully. So first things first, I would say Sensual Amber would be wonderful with this fragrance: golden amber, wild berries, orange flower, lotus petals, and creamy sandalwood. So this one to me has a very interesting orange blossom feel to it that I just feel would go so wonderful. Oh gosh, yes, this would go beautiful. Sensual Amber by Bath & Body Works. Okay, that would be my first option here. Second, I would definitely reach for Champagne Toast in this. Give it a little spring vibe. We have bubbly champagne, sparkling berries, and juicy tangerine. We have a little bit of citrus in here, and we have I think berries would mix very well here with this citrus as well. Oh gosh, yes, this would be a shoo-in for Magnetic Candy. Next one, another shoo-in, Sunshine Mimosa. We have here bright, bubbly champagne and fresh citrus. So, woo, yes. Now, couple of options I'll go over last from House of Glory. So let's do the last couple of ones here that I have from Bath & Body Works. So I do have the new Among the Clouds. When I smelled this, I thought of two different Bath & Body Works scents. One of them being that it could be related to Champagne Toast, and the other one that it could be related to Cotton Candy Clouds. Oh, that would be an okay option here too if you just want, to amp up the sweet. Spun sugar, pink berries, and whipped vanilla. Cotton Candy Clouds, I think, is what I thought of when I smelled this, but it's like a fusion of the two. So yeah, I used a coupon for this. I was like, I have to get it. It's different enough, yes, it's so good. I love this one. I think it would go so well with Magnetic Candy. Among the Clouds, Wild Berry Skies and Whipped Vanilla Clouds. This has got to be one of those that they just kind of threw some things together that they already had and just came up with something different. And I liked it. I liked it. Very nice. All right. So last one by Bath & Body Works that if you have this would go wonderful with Magnetic Candy is Pink Chiffon. So, sparkling red pear, jasmine petals, tiare flower, vanilla orchid, and chiffon musk. Yes, this would also be a shoo-in. Oh, if you look back at the Sundays by Byretto versus Andromeda's Moon video, I think you'll see that I did choose a couple of these same ones if I did layering in that video, because that's just what I'm drawn to with this scent. So a couple here by House of Glory. I have Sunny Mimosas. Should be coming around the bend here soon. And Pink Marshmallow Milk. Yes. Fluffy, magical pink berries and frothy cold milk. Yes. And then also here we have Fuzzy Mimosa Flowers and a fizzy orange and champagne cocktail. So add a little more citrus in here. Oh, if you would like it to be a little more earthy. This has a little earthy tinge to it too. I think that is all for the layering. So exciting. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a very fun topic, and I get to bring some wonderful fragrances out here to play and mix and match with these fragrances that are, again, so affordable. $12.99, and you're going to get you how many ounces here? 5 fluid ounces, and they're the cutest bottles. I think they've done here, the finery line here. They've done such a great job with it. I'm 100% satisfied. And there's one here, I believe, or two. We'll find out during the week that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need this full bottle. Yes. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, for kicking off yet another week of another topic here on Scent Talk from my closet. If you've already gotten your nose on Magnetic Candy, what'd you think of it? Did you let it play out? Did you let it, marinate on your skin? I know when I did my first impressions, I did not. I just smelled them like, oh, what's that giving? And I passed off a couple of these. Like, I'm not going to be interested in testing them at all. And yeah, I'm going to eat my words. I'm going to be y'all are going to see, I'm going to be extremely surprised with a few of these. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed rest of your day, your night, or your evening, and you stay safe.